Palestine, and I will tell you what's been happening with the siege of Gaza, which is, it has been laid by 29 nations, EU, 25 nations, Japan, Canada, and Israel. Quite extraordinary. It's beyond every international law. It's just as if there was a thin, hungry boy in the school playground who'd been set upon by 29 fat, strong boys who were in fact hitting him to a pulp. And that's exactly what's happening in Gaza. I was disgusted. When I came out, I found silence virtual silence. So I will discuss that, and we will in fact end that 45-minute talk, the discussion about how much collusion there is, and David knows about this, and Annie does, how much collusion there is between the so-called Western democracies. Democracy we could discuss. We know they're Western. Thank you very much.
So that's Thursday, the 3rd of August. Now I should also tell you that David has also devoted a lot of his time to trying to get the inquest reopened on Dr. David Kelly. And I'm sure he will be prepared to answer a few questions on that subject as well. And then on the 7th of September, I'm not sure about the venue just yet, but on the 7th of September we have David Starbuck. I'm sure many of you will have heard of David Starbuck from Revelation Tapes. And he's written, or put together some incredible pieces of audio journalism with such titles as Cocaine in the Vatican, The Pharmaceutical Racket, Death of a Princess, obviously Princess Di, and one of his great pieces of work, Who Really Murdered Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman. It might not be who you think. So that's David Starbuck on Thursday the 7th of September. Now we are planning, the 9/11 Truth Top Nest Group, we're planning on having regular events. And although 9/11 is our focus, because as David and Annie said, it is a portal of understanding to a hell of a lot else that is going on right now. Once people see through the veil and the veneer of 9/11, then the veil falls on so many other incidents that are occurring. So we will be having these regular events. Hopefully we'll see many of you at these events. But to catch up on the latest news, please tap into the website, which is shown here, I think, on the banner, www.911truthtopnest.com. Thank you very much.
So, thank you. We've got half an hour now, so we can entertain some questions, and David and Anna will do the best to answer. So I can hand the radio mic over to anybody that wishes to ask a question. Do you have any questions? Yes, Brendan?
I just wanted to ask David and Annie about the type of explosives that you mentioned, which is TOTP. After watching your DVD, I went and did a little research and found out that that explosive doesn't exhibit an incendiary device charge. It doesn't have any flash burns as a result of it going off. And I've heard that in fact it was used, or is used, to detonate other explosives. And that even that is found in airbags in cars. Just wondered what you thought, if that was true.
Yeah, I mean, TATP is a very peculiar explosive, and it doesn't seem to flash. It has a different way of working. I'm not entirely sure of the science of it. But again, this stands in stark contrast to what witness reports there are from 7/7, in which people talk about a white flash. So, you know, this is universal across all the different attacks. They talk about white flashes. So clearly, TATP was not used. I mean, all those finds in the car seem rather too convenient at a time. A bit like the fact that Mohammed Sadiq Khan's identifying particulars were found in 3 of the tube attacks. Which looks to me like they were rather too keen on trying to fit him up, basically. You know, basically coming back saying, yeah, I don't know how to sneak car stuff, but Piccadilly like, no, he's supposed to be there for a round. What are we going to say now when they find two of it in different places? And they just go, oh, won't bother, no one noticed. Because no in the mainstream media ask intelligent questions anymore.
Thank you. I'd like to entertain questions about the New World Order. For me, it's important that everybody begins to understand what this is and what the implications are and the structure of it and how that works. Because this is the overall view of it. Yes.
I'm prepared to accept that the American authorities did nothing to intercept the planes that were flying into the Twin Towers, but presumably you don't maintain that they actually persuaded these young men to kill themselves by flying these planes.